Hello, I'm Richard Chambers, the President and CEO of the Global Institute of Internal Auditors. I deeply regret that I cannot be with you in person today as you gather to network and exchange ideas that will further propel the internal audit profession in Haiti. I want to also express my deepest sympathies for the tremendous loss of life and the physical devastation caused by Hurricane Matthew. Like the 2010 earthquake in Port-au-Prince, Hurricane Matthew created a humanitarian crisis. My hope is the international community will provide a level of support in the weeks and months ahead to assist in the recovery efforts. In a moment, I will discuss the role of internal audit in situations like this. But first, let me take a few moments to speak about the state of our profession. I'm pleased to report that internal audit is poised well for the future. Recent surveys show a growing trend among internal audit stakeholders to turn to us to provide assurance, identify risk, and help build strategies to address those risks. A recently published CBOC, or Common Body of Knowledge report by the Institute of Internal Auditors Research Foundation affirmed what many of us already knew, providing assurance that is aligned with strategic risks and providing advisory services in related areas to risk are the top desires of stakeholders. In order to meet these stakeholder demands, I believe internal auditors must accomplish three things. We must strive for agility, transform our talent, and revolutionize our processes. In striving for agility, we must learn to audit at the speed of risk. Challenges in cybersecurity, new technology, business continuity, culture, and more make it imperative that internal audit functions and internal audit plans are flexible enough to respond quickly, efficiently, and effectively to an ever-evolving risk landscape. Transforming our talent will help us to become more agile. Emerging risks demand different skills, and we must use the resources at our disposal to ensure that we have the talent to meet those new risk demands. We must progress through staff development that invests heavily in training, acquiring new talent with the necessary skills such as strong critical thinking and communications, and when necessary, turning to outside sources. We must also revolutionize how we do our work. Simply put, many of our current processes limit our capacity, efficiency, and worse, our value. We must streamline how we conduct risk assessments and our audit planning, fieldwork, and reporting. This will not only raise our value, it will help us to expand our capacity. Meanwhile, we must leverage technology in data mining and analytics, in mobile tools, in internal audit management systems, and elsewhere. By taking these bold and important steps, internal auditors can be best positioned as productive and indispensable. The health of our profession requires this, and frankly, the future demands it. Now, I would like to share a few thoughts on internal audit's crucial role when faced with disasters, such as Hurricane Matthew. The challenge, of course, with any massive recovery effort is to provide as much help to those in need and quickly and effectively as possible. But far too often, and in many places around the world, too much of relief funding goes to pay for administration of relief efforts, and not enough money and other support get to where they are most needed, to the people. For example, a recent study by the investigative report organization ProPublica found that one of the major relief organizations took in $500 million for the 2010 Port-au-Prince earthquake, yet it built only 6 houses for victims of the disaster. So where does internal audit fit in? Internal auditors must be part of the process as early as possible to help identify challenges and risks before the money is spent. This in itself is a challenge because demand for relief is so great. Internal audit functions within relief agencies, as well as functions within local organizations affiliated with the relief efforts, should work with management to identify risks before disasters strike. This process is similar to succession planning, crisis management, and crisis communication planning. Risk related to inefficiency, mismanagement of funds, political pressures, and other issues can and should be identified and mitigated. On behalf of everyone at the IIA's Global Headquarters, I wish you the very best for your meeting today and for your beautiful country as it recovers from Hurricane Matthew. Haiti and its people are in our thoughts and prayers. From IIA Headquarters, I'm Richard Chambers, President and CEO.